The best monitors under $100. The best monitor under $100, Sceptre E248W-19203R 24-inch. The Sceptre E248W is cheap, it sports a 1080p resolution, it has a 24-inch display, it can be pushed to a 75Hz refresh rate, it has a thin bezel design, and it comes with built-in speakers. For right about $100, that's not a bad deal at all. Is it an ideal monitor for gaming or for professionals who need a workstation-grade display? Absolutely not. But then again, not many people need a high-end gaming monitor or workstation monitor. Some people just need an affordable option that will give them a decent-looking picture. For PC gamers who are looking for a budget-friendly monitor to pair with their entry-level gaming computer, the Sceptre E248W is the solid option in that regard as well, although the Acer SB220Q listed below might be an even better choice for gamers. Overall, its larger screen size and its ability to hit a 75Hz refresh rate help the E248W stand out from the other monitors on this list. The best cheap FreeSync monitor, Acer SB220Q 22-inch. If you're a gamer, your best option in the under $100 category is probably the Acer SB220Q monitor. Like the Sceptre monitor listed above, the Acer SB220Q can be pushed to a 75Hz refresh rate, which will help give you a slight boost in how smooth your games feel. The SB220Q also comes with FreeSync, which means it can take advantage of AMD's adaptive synchronization technology to help it reduce screen tearing and stuttering. The Acer SB220Q also comes with an IPS panel and a 4 milliseconds response time as well, and, like the Sceptre E248W, it has a thin bezel design. Ultimately, while the E248W might have the bigger screen, the Acer SB220Q is better suited for gaming and offers a better value. If you're a gamer on a budget, the SB220Q is your best option on this list. Ultra cheap 24-inch 1080p monitor, Planar PLL2410W 24-inch. While 5 of the 7 options on this list come with a 22-inch display, the Planar PLL2410W, like the Sceptre E248W, comes with a larger 24-inch display. For most casual use, the extra screen size is a more valuable option than a higher refresh rate or having any kind of adaptive sync technology built in. So, if you're just looking for a decent budget-friendly 1080p monitor that has a decent size screen, the Planar is probably worth considering. The PLL2410W does come with a standard 60Hz refresh rate and 5 milliseconds response time. For gaming, it's not a terrible option. But, considering the Acer SB220Q listed is better suited for gaming and comes in at a lower price, that's the route I'd go if gaming was my main concern. The other downfall of the Planar PLL2410W is that it only comes in a couple of dollars less than the Sceptre E248W, which is the same size screen and a couple of other features that make it a better value. Extreme budget-friendly 1080p monitor, Acer G226HQL 22-inch. If price is your main concern, and you're really just looking for the cheapest 1080p monitor you can find, then the Acer G226HQL is probably the option you want. It comes in at just under $80, easily making it the most affordable monitor on this list. It really is a bare-bones option, though, as it doesn't come with any features that make it stand out. It's not a thin bezel monitor by any means, and its 5 milliseconds response time and 60Hz refresh rate won't blow anyone away. It also doesn't come with HDMI ports, which is fine for most, as DVI is just as good of an option, but most people likely already have an HDMI cable lying around somewhere. Another downside of the G226HQL is that it doesn't come with VESA mounting holes. There is a mount you can purchase for the monitor, but it will cost extra. In the end, the G226HQL is the cheapest option on this list and will work perfectly for anyone who doesn't need any of the extra features that can be found on some of the options above and who just needs as affordable of a 1080p monitor as possible. Honorable mention number 1, BenQ GW2280 22-inch. Another barebones 1080p monitor is BenQ GW2280. Like the Acer G226HQL, the BenQ GW2280 doesn't have a lot of extra features. It's just an affordable 223 1080p monitor that should serve most casual owners and budget-oriented gamers just fine. It has a standard 60Hz refresh rate and 5 milliseconds response time and comes with DVI and GA ports. The downside of the BenQ GW2280, though, is the fact that it comes in at about $10 more expensive than the Acer G226HQL and is the same price as the superior Acer SB220Q. However, the BenQ GW2280 does come with VESA mounting support and has a much thinner bezel than the G226HQL. So, if you're someone who is looking for the ability to mount their monitors and you prefer a thinner bezel monitor, the GW2280 will be a better option than the G226HQL. For those of you who won't need to mount their monitor, though, you could save a bit of money by choosing the G226HQL. Honorable mention number 2, ASUS VS228TP 22-inch. Another option you might want to consider is the ASUS VS228TP monitor. Like the BenQ GW2270 listed above, there is nothing that stands out on the VS228TP. And, in reality, at its $100 price tag, it probably has the worst price to performance of the options on this list. However, ASUS is one of the most reputable brands in PC hardware, gaming laptops, and peripherals, and as such, you can have a little more confidence in their products. That's not to say that Sceptre and Acer and BenQ aren't reputable manufacturers. In fact, Acer and BenQ are also well regarded, but ASUS is the biggest name of them all. And so if manufacturer reputability is something you take into consideration, then the ASUS VS228TP is at least worth considering, despite it offering a lower value in terms of feature set when compared to some of the options listed above. Honorable mention number 3, Sceptre E225W-1920R 22-inch. Another decent 1080p monitor under $100 is the Sceptre E225W-1920R. It's a smaller, less expensive, and less feature-packed version of the E248W-19203R. It has a 22-inch screen, a standard 60Hz refresh rate, a 5 milliseconds response time, and HDMI and GA ports. It also comes with VESA mounting holes, so this is a decent option if you're looking for a monitor that can be mounted. It also has a thin bezel and lightweight design too, if that's something that is important to you. Ultimately, it's a very similar option to the BenQ GW2270, and its best use case would be if you wanted as cheap of a monitor as possible that can be mounted and has HDMI ports on it.